Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. In today's live stream video, I'm going to discuss some of the news and items that are affecting us as resellers. I'm also going to talk about some tips and tools that we can use as resellers. Every Wednesday, I have a live stream, and I usually interview another reseller and have them share their tips, tricks, and strategies to make us more knowledgeable and profitable resellers. If you're interested in reselling, then you are in the right place. It's going to pop in the chat for 1 minute, guys. Say hello to a few people, and then we shall get this party started. I'd like to say hello to Miss Sharon, who is in the chat. We have Alan. Thank you for joining us, Alan. I believe you're new to my channel. I appreciate you being here. And I know the notice did go out, so I'm sure people will be filling in very shortly. There's Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate you being here and being my moderator. Always welcome. Like I said, guys, I have a few news things, little things that are kind of affecting us as resellers. Want to bring up some kind of current events and between the various e-newsletters and blogs and the groups, etc. Just want to touch base on a couple things and see how you guys, what your experience or what your opinions are of some of these. And then we'll get into the nuts and the bolts of the show. What I'm going to do today is basically, like I said, I'm going to do the news, and then I'm going to get into little reselling chat, and I have my pinned post up top. So any of you that I know are more than welcome to pop in the chat after I do my little discussion of some of the news and current events. So as I said, I like to keep the people watching the video after the fact waiting. So let me get started. I'll share some of these current events and news that I picked up by my research. One of the things that came up in my chat, I believe a few weeks ago, someone brought it up in the chat. It was very new, and I wasn't all that familiar with it, but I did a little bit of research, and kind of hitting the rounds of the Facebook groups and the e-newsletters now. So anyway, sellers have been talking about the new feedback format eBay rolled out last month. I guess technically it was this month, April. Sounds like it's driving some people crazy. So you're going to have to forgive my language in here. I'm going to be a little PG in this language. But anyway, previously sellers and buyers could only leave feedback of up to 80 characters. eBay decided it wasn't enough to include important details, so they decided to increase it to 500 characters. One seller received feedback that included the words, PG guys, cover your ears, suck it, in big, huge letters, multiple times. Anyway, looks like this could get ugly. So much for improving feedback, eBay. Thank you. Also, another thing happened recently is eBay began blocking some messages that are sent to its messaging system last week. This is according to buyers and sellers. Sellers also began receiving warnings about message enforcing. So I don't know how they determine what is illegal as far as messages. Obviously, we all know, or at least we should know, that you can't encourage people to buy off platform. Obviously, eBay wants you to make the sales on their platform. If somebody contacts you and says, contact me privately, obviously, typically they're looking for a deal and they want to sell it off site. But that's a good way to get yourself kicked off of eBay. So obviously, most of you people in my chat are veteran resellers, not to do that. But apparently eBay has been blocking some messages and is causing problems with buyers as well because sellers are not responding to some of their messages. And that is creating problems as well. Another thing that has come up recently in some of the Facebook groups, and I mentioned it before on my show, eBay is considering doing away with auctions. As you know, I'm a moderator on Casey the Rockstar's channel. Casey spoke about this on his YouTube channel. He thinks the reason eBay is pushing auctions to fixed price listings is because the seller has more options with fixed price listings, such as running promoted listings and also best offers. One additional thing I want to bring to your attention, some sellers have reported a dramatic drop in eBay impressions as of the beginning of this month. Apparently it's being discussed on the eBay discussion boards. I do promoted listings normally at just 1% to 2%, so I get the additional listing on eBay. But I'm curious if any of you kind of track your impressions or in the analytics, and if so, have you seen a significant decrease in your impressions? But apparently people track those and they've seen it, significant decrease. So let me pop back into the chat, guys. Say hello to anyone else that has joined us. So I guess that's about it for now, guys. It looks like we're off to a slow start. But anyway, the notification did go out, so I'm sure if people will be filling in, that's one of the issues with YouTube. Sometimes the notification doesn't go out till 5-10 minutes into the show. So Anyway, we're going to have a good show. Like I said, I have it pinned up top, the post. Michelle, I know typically you don't pop in the stream, but you're more than welcome to join us if you want to. I do have a special guest because I was concerned that we might not have anybody pop in. So I mean, I can talk, but I'm going to get dry mouth when I talk too much. So anyway, I have my friend, my moderator and friend of the show, on to join us today, and we're going to discuss a few of the topics that we felt were kind of pertinent. So let me bring on my friend and my moderator on. Oh, you should know her that are friends of the show. Okay, let me add her. And there she is. Hello, hello.
Hi there.
Hello, Miss Sharon.
How is everything?
Everything is fine. We just need some more people in this chat, but I'm sure it'll be coming up shortly.
People usually come in.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Well, and I've had an allergy attack this last week, so I'm sounding a little not myself, but.
Okay, one thing I want to do, guys, before I forget to do it, and I thought I saved it here, but I don't see it now, so I'll have to put that in later. So we'll get to that. Sharon has a new website, and I thought I had saved it, but here it is. Let me just put this in the chat, guys. So she has a new new website. Sharon, why don't you talk about that a little bit about your new website?
I can put it in.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I thought about it for quite some time now, and had some people asking me, why don't I have my own website? So I went ahead and put one up, redsoutpost.com, and pretty much it covers everything that I do. I've put my news that you can use, which is my blogs on there, featured items. I also have a featured reseller store. So this month, and it's a monthly thing, it's all free. Don't have to pay for it. This month, it's Belladonna Vintage. She was on your show last week. And if you go into redsoutpost.com, then you can see links to her store and all the really cool things that she sells. And then I have events. I have a contact us, get in touch, so you can sign up for my newsletter. And that's kind of a monthly, let's talk about, news and events and ways that things that I've learned that maybe I can help, pass on to everyone. And then at the bottom, I have all of my store items, in my various stores. So you can go one place and catch everything. So that's redsoutpost.com. If anyone wants to sign up to be the featured reseller of the month next month, you can send me an email, Sharon@redsoutpost.com, or get in touch on the website, redsoutpost.com, and just fill out the form, which is just your name, your email, and say, hey, I'd like to sign up to be the featured reseller, and I'll get back with you. And we can do that, and that way we can help each other kind of network and help each other's stores out some.
Well, that was a perfect network. Once you get a little sip of your soda or water, and we're going to
get exactly. I do need it. I'm starting to get dry again.
Have a little sip. Sharon and I, guys, if you're a fan of the show or follow my show, that I continuously talk about networking, how it's important in any field, whether it be in sales or resale, whatever. Networking is extremely important. So Sharon and I had discussed some things we want to talk about in today's show. And one of the things is networking. So Sharon, why don't you talk about networking a little bit and give us some examples of how successful you have been with your networking efforts.
I love networking. So I get my business cards off of Vistaprint.
Vistaprint, correct?
Yeah, Vistaprint. And I buy them usually 100, 200 at a time. And then I go around to flea markets and we have a lot of people who do yard sales regularly in this area. So they're kind of like business owners too. And any other place I can find people who are selling things in my niche, however you want to pronounce it.
You say niche, I say niche. Actually, I say niche, you say niche.
Mine is vintage, and anybody who is selling vintage, I want to get to know them. And it really does pay off. For example, the flea market, one of the flea markets that I go to every But it's about second weekend. It's second Monday. I have a couple of people, booth owners there, who sell me, items that I'll turn around and resell. And, they know what I do. And so they'll give me a discount while I'm there. Also, one of the gals does estate sales. And so this month, actually, she had an estate sale. And she called me up and she said, hey, we're having this estate sale. It's a 3-day. I will let you in. Hey, Pat, I will let you in, first day, because usually first day is full price, and give you a discount if you want to come on in, because, she and I have, a rapport, and she knows what I do, and it's helping her out in her business too. So I went in and got a whole lot of really great stuff. With vintage items, you want to find these kinds of people, because the cool items are the items that other people have collected and they've either passed on, or they are downsizing, or, a family is selling the estate or something. These are the items that my customers are interested in. And so I figured out how to find these people. Basically, it's networking. And again, there are people in my area, probably in anyone's area, if you just look around, who have these great estate or these great yard sales and garage sales on a regular basis. Grab your business card and go meet them and just build up a, friendship with them. It really does help, because I do have a couple in this area who have just done yard sales over the years, and I've met them, talked to them, we're kind of friendly, and then they find out what I do. And then here recently, they're like, I have this whole garage full of stuff that I really need to get rid of. Do you want to come pick it over? So now I'm kind of like the American Pickers gal, kind of like American Pickers on TV, where I'm going to go picking garages, not just estate sales and, sheds and barns and things like that. There's stuff to be found everywhere. You just got to grab some real cheap Vistaprint business cards and go out there and just look around, meet people, pass out your cards. It really does work.
Yeah, and don't be hesitant to pass out your cards, guy. If you feel, concerned about giving your phone number out, you can always get a Google Voice phone number. Mm-hmm. So you get the Google Voice number, put that on your business card, and it's forwarded to your regular phone number. So if you feel funny about giving out your regular phone number, just use your Google Voice phone number. Mm-hmm. It's very easy. Just go into Google or punch in, Google search Google Voice, and I'll tell you how to get a number, Google Voice number. Mm-hmm. So that's very convenient. And like Sharon said, Vistaprint is very, very reasonable. I think you can go from just a basic flat, matte print to fancy print to, double-sided, whatever you want. But I mean, a basic business card, what do they come in, Sharon? About 7-8 cents a piece?
Yeah, something like that. I think that you can get the basic package for $9.99, and then you can go online and you can find promo codes too.
Right. So maybe it's 10, 11 cents a business card for a small amount, like 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go ahead and do a heavier card stock.
Right.
On mine, and I also do the rounded edges because I want them to look, a little different.
A little different. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Stand out. And then I do double-sided. But if you're just starting out and you're on a budget, hey, $10 is great.
Pat says he has a GoDaddy phone. Pat, Pat, you're really welcome to join. Like I said, I have the link up here. I don't know if you're
home in, Pat. I'd love to hear about the GoDaddy phone.
Always happy to discuss reselling with you. Hi, Shasha. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, Pat, if you wanted to, I'm just curious, what is GoDaddy phone? I know Sharon is very pro GoDaddy, and why don't you talk a little bit about GoDaddy?
In fact, my website is GoDaddy, so I'd love to hear about the phone.
Yeah, you use GoDaddy for your website, and you're very happy with it.
And I also use it for my accounting.
For your accounting software as well. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we know Mike Flipping Goodies is very, very happy with GoDaddy as well. I mean,
it's the reason I got him GoDaddy.
He uses QuickBooks, but that's a lot more complicated. And from my understanding is most of the resellers that use GoDaddy, they're very happy with it, and it's less money than QuickBooks, and it's a little simpler to use.
It is. It really is. Yeah, when Mike mentioned, I was on QuickBooks for a lot of years, and when Mike mentioned GoDaddy, I looked into it, and I really like it for reselling. It's amazing.
Mike Flipping Goodies is a very good show too, guys, and I'm trying to book Mike. He was a little busy this week, so he was one of the people I considered having on this week, and things just didn't work out. I had several different people I thought I could get at least one of them on, and as we say, like the moons just didn't align. So anyway, so I'm more than happy to have Sharon on. And like I said, we're just going to discuss reselling. Like most of you people probably watch some of the morning shows. It's just a general reselling chat. They post the link, the StreamYard link, and you're more than welcome to join me if you want to pop in and just, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, just to talk about reselling, talk about your business a little bit. Pat, you're more than welcome to come in, talk about your reselling business, about your YouTube channel if you like. I know you do a lot on Amazon as well. I haven't had many Amazon sellers on. That's something in the future I am trying to book some Amazon sellers to have them come on and discuss Amazon. But
I don't see the link to come on the show.
Should be a pinned comment. No?
Is it not? Well, maybe it is. Oh, wait, it's up there. Okay, got it. Okay. It's at the top. You're right.
Okay. I'll put it in again. Put it in the chat again. Yeah, I know some of the other shows did it. I figured let me just put that in there in case somebody pops in early. They'll get the idea they can pop in, and so I just want to put it in there again, guys. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you guys?
Always good to see you.
Yeah, I was on my phone, so I had to come down into my office.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a baseball card artist show in an hour, so
I did see that. Yes.
Yep. How are you guys?
Good. You're going to save my voice from my allergy attack.
Yeah, I have what happened was GoDaddy about 2 years ago bought a phone company that sells phone numbers. So that's what I use. And they just bill me once a month. I think it's like $10 a month. And it goes right to my cell. And actually here it's GoDaddy Smart Line. I don't know if you could see the app on the see it says Smart Line.
Okay.
Yeah, GoDaddy, and I have a phone number right on there for that.
And you're happy with it?
Yeah, I mean, be honest, not many people call and bother you anyways.
Right.
It's amazing. I still get people trying to sell me the car warranty, but
do you get the scammers trying to say the Microsoft and the Amazon, all that good stuff?
Yeah.
We have a return for you for Amazon. You were charged $250, and no, it wasn't.
Anybody that calls me and they know my full name, I'm like, and they can't tell me nothing else. I just tell them, yeah, I'm looking for him too. So, so how you guys doing?
We're hanging in.
Good.
So I think you were in the chat before when I had mentioned that eventually I'm gonna try to have a meetup probably early next year.
Oh, okay.
Have you and hopefully Randy can come down from Allentown, and Paul Philly Flipper is in the Delaware County.
Yeah. I look a little blurry, don't I?
Pardon me?
I look a little blurry.
A little bit. It's all right.
I wonder why.
Don't know.
I wonder if I need more light.
Maggie Doodle is she's down the shore and also in Philadelphia area. So I figure if we can get 8-10 people. I mean, I've had both my shots. I don't know what your situation is, but I feel come this hopefully this winter things are going to be a lot better.
Yeah, I'm going to be out. I mean, I'm always out. I honestly I haven't been worried about it because I just follow good practices. So
right,
wash my hands, wear a mask, and
right.
I was in the restaurant business before, and sometimes people are, they wonder why they get so sick, but take a shower,
wash your hands, you're touching your mouth, or you're touching your face.
Right.
So, hey, Perla, thanks for stopping.
Perla is on the West Coast, and she's a jewelry seller.
Yeah,
I do mostly jewelry, I believe. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, she follows me. I see her post on Instagram.
I follow her on Facebook. I see her post quite a bit on Instagram.
Yeah, she had a post that she posted today. It looked like it was from TikTok, where she was wearing purple, and she had a stack of packages with purple tape, and one fell down. And yep, so I'm paying attention.
We're joined by the Swamp Picker, Mr. Glenn from Louisiana. Glenn. Thanks, Glenn.
Hey, Swamp
Appreciate
Picker.
you being
Sharon,
here.
did you get your package?
I did.
All right.
Thank you.
She shouted you out in the show. Was it last week or the week before you were shouting out Pat?
Oh, okay.
What you tell Pat what you said about his package?
Oh, what
maybe
I
you just told me. I get these confused easily. So.
Oh my gosh, no! I absolutely love them. Thank you for sending those.
Yeah, I threw a little extra in there for you.
You did.
Pat was very generous, throwing some extra.
He did. Thank you so much. I love it. I actually saved one little one for myself.
You're welcome.
So how's your business been? How's your Amazon business been?
Amazon's good. I mean, it's not as good as obviously last year because, everything was shut down.
When things that were going on, and not that I'm monetized, but we're not supposed to say it.
Yeah, wow, that's just a myth. They don't even, I'm seeing now that even a lot of people say that, let me tell you, when I go to monetize a video, they're now given, if it has mild profanity, it's still being able to be monetized. Because I mean, a perfect example is, I don't know if you ever seen the show Impractical Jokers.
I believe I have, but I don't really watch TV or cable.
It's the guy, yeah. It's they're on like the True Network.
Which is part
they're
of
like
USA.
40-year-old guys that grew up together in Long Island, and they play jokes on each other and stuff. But they say things on television that that you like. Sometimes I'm like, is this real TV?
Is this real TV? Yeah. Well, I try to keep my channel G and occasionally PG.
Oh, I do too, because in all honesty, that's how I am anyway.
I know you do as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, at the end of the day, sometimes people put misinformation out there that, they don't even know. Everything's a guess as far as there's no magic book for YouTube.
Oh, yes, there is.
Uh-oh. YouTube formula? Yeah, that's the YouTube. That's not the magic book of YouTube.
I don't have any magic books, Pat. I'm not
the magic. There's one titled "The Magic Book of YouTube."
Okay.
It just hasn't been written yet.
Oh, okay. I thought of you the other day. They're adding a lot of Nathans to Walmarts. I know typically they have a lot of Subways, so it looks like they're adding a lot of Nathans to the Walmart.
Yeah, actually, a lot of Subways have actually closed up.
Is that what's happened?
And so has McDonald's in Walmart. And
I never saw McDonald's in Walmart in the States.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But what they're doing is they're changing some of the space around for their curbside and to really compete. What happened is these companies came along like Instacart, DoorDash, and they've realized that even before that they need people want the convenience of being able to have items delivered, and they're willing to pay extra or pull
like a drive-through.
Yeah. Now what Target is doing is they have the technology that they have in place is you pull into a special spot and there's like a radar that picks up and it honks a horn inside the store and lets them know, like it'll like say.
Oh, really? So when somebody pulls in their spot, it kind of alerts them.
Yeah, you're supposed to pull in slot 7, and when you get there, it will alert them.
And alert them that somebody's in slot 7.
Yeah, and the employee walking around with the handheld is notified by a little honk that that customer is now there, and then they take it out, and it's already prepaid because you have to have a credit card, so you don't even have to have a cash register for that.
When I was preparing for the show, I was going to the various e-commerce websites and things, and I didn't bring it up, but since we're talking about your business that you were in previously, DoorDash and Uber Eats are going to have their own branded credit card. Obviously, they can make money through that, and what they're going to offer is a discount. So if you use your Uber Eats credit card when you buy Uber Eats, you're going to get like 5% back or something on your credit card. So one of them, I forget which one, already has a deal in line with one of the major banks, and the other one is negotiating a deal. So they're both going to have their own.
Well, yeah, and that's just to create a database and transaction revenue.
That too. Those builds customer loyalty. At least that's what they're saying.
Right, exactly. And then they can, it'll start to be that. I used to deliver back 25 years ago. I actually worked at an Italian restaurant and I delivered pizza. Now it was amazing because we used to charge $1.50 for delivery, and some customers like hemmed and hawed and complained. Now they're paying more than that and having and they're willing to pay it. And so the owner that I worked for was really ahead of the time on it, and then because Domino's was always like free delivery, but yeah, because they were selling a cheap pizza. They weren't selling, the dinners and all the other stuff I delivered and stuff like that. But
there's big margin on the pizza, but they weren't making money on the other items, right?
Right. And
say a 2-liter bottle of soda for like $3.50, $4.
And things are changing because a lot of, if you follow the news, a lot of businesses are struggling to find help.
Absolutely.
And it's going to stay that way at least till September because of the bonus unemployment. And there's some people that have just left the workforce that, and a lot of people aren't even willing to work part-time anymore.
Well, a lot of people have health issues and a concern. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even Walmart's offering like $14, $15 an hour to start now.
Yeah. Well,
they cut back their staff quite a bit. That's the. I know you probably do RA in Walmart, and you go into Walmart, it's like part of the.
No, I don't really. Honestly, I don't really do much RA.
You're not doing much RA anymore.
Not from Walmart, because in my area there's not much clearance, and what I try to honestly do for my Amazon is I try to buy at such a price that when I sell it, I'm still competitive with Walmart and Target, so that if my item is selling for $20 on Amazon, they can't say, well, it sells for $12 on Walmart or Target. So I basically just become a better buyer, and I'm buying a lot of closeouts or stores that are closing down or moving or discontinued items that are still within code.
Have you looked into joining Walmart? Have you looked into getting on Walmart's site?
No, I'm just I'm
not gonna bother.
No,
I know Randy, who's typically in my chat, he's added them to his one of his additional platforms. He's on Walmart as well now.
I am looking at actually eventually doing a Shopify. And
good. Well, Sharon knows about Shopify. Like we were just talking about, she has her new website up, redsoutpost.com.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually clicked on it on my phone, and the things, because my little niche is basically sports memorabilia, baseball cards. So I really want to do a Shopify store based around that, and that's why you guys talked about networking. I've been networking with these artists that work with Tops, because I can feature some of their artwork and basically not have the inventory, sell it, and basically work out my deal that's in private with that person. And they just take care of the shipping aspect, that I'm not even have to take care of that, and I just get a cut.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Yeah, I talk about that. Well, several things I talk about all the time. I always talk about the value of your time. Time is money, so to speak. So, I discussed this with Sharon and some other resellers. You could be more productive. Some people have virtual assistants, some people have assistants helping them do things so they can free themselves up to do the more complicated things and more profitable things. I always talk about change. That the only thing that is permanent is change, and you have to constantly be adapting your business and dealing with what's going on in the world. And the other thing is networking.
Oh, networking is big, and that's one of the reasons why I stay on YouTube. And I used to be, I don't know if you've been following my channel lately, I've been doing some Subway videos, and I used to be a franchisee for 8 years and was involved with Subway for 20 years, and it was like a family, because I was a part of the Territory Excellence Committee and the advertising, and once a month we would meet together as owners, and and discuss these things, and you learn. And I learned this when I went into my own restaurant business, that I was on my own. Even on reselling, especially. I mean, how many people, and then they turn on YouTube and they look for answers to how to really expand and what to do. And it's a struggle, because some people, what works for some people, not, you have people, for example, out there maybe that has a $15,000 credit card, and they go out and they just buy, but they're not even putting any thought into the purchase of what they're buying. And then all of a sudden they're having to sell that stuff at maybe half price, and
liquidating. Yep.
Yeah. And they take a $7,000 loss, and they just made their husband mad or something, because now the card is still charged up, and they just didn't do their homework. And I've learned a lot over the last 2 years. I mean, I used to just specialize selling on eBay certain things, and now, there's a group of us that hang out at night sometimes, and we're not live, and we just BS and we talk about what each one. Sometimes it's just a matter of listening. I mean, I have a friend that lives out in Ohio, and he kind of said something to me one time, and I'm like, oh, really? And I went out and got it and picked up on it, and boom, it took off last year. Now, is it still doing at the same level? No, but it was a good short-term. And it was hair products. And, I mean, I sold last year, this month, close to $15,000 worth of hair products. Hey,
no kidding. Wow.
Yeah. I did. And this is not to brag, but just to.
Oh,
this is just to tell you the potential. I did $55,000 last April on Amazon, and The year before, I did $9,000 altogether. I was presented with something that couldn't sell on Amazon or eBay, and I sold it locally to gas stations, and I turned that money into stuff that I could sell on Amazon, and I turned that close to $4,000 profit into $100,000 in sales in 9 weeks last year.
Tremendous.
Nice.
Well, you're out there hustling, obviously, because like you said, and again, you're adapting, you're changing.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, "Oh, I can't sell this on Amazon. What? How can I sell this? Where can I sell this?"
Yeah, I've always had that hustle.
Absolutely, I know that. Yep.
Yeah. But and you got to do. Some people, I don't want to do. Well, then I guess what we're talking about ain't gonna work for you. Not everybody wants to do that. I mean, last year I went to close to. If I showed you my Google account, I went to close to 800 stores and did 23,000 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. John Jones basically talks about credit card debt and interest is the absolute worst. Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of people take those. I learned the hard way myself, because in the restaurant, business, we failed because of the seasonality of it towards the end, and I get offers all the time based on our sales last year. Take this loan, take that loan. I just don't want it. I don't want to work. Feel like I have a silent partner in there.
Yeah. What's funny is these days, with interest rates being extremely low, I mean, and then they're charging like 24% interest rate on a credit card. It's like, wait a minute, you guys are paying like 2% or 3% of the money. You're going to charge me 24%.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. The bank and hedge funds are involved into a lot of those products that are being peddled out there, that even if 5% of the people default, it don't matter. They're getting better returns. Instead of getting, let's say, a 10, 12% return in the market, they're getting 20% returns in that credit that they're giving out.
Absolutely.
They're doing it on car loans. They're doing it on especially on car loans. It's a shame, because the people sometimes that need the money always get the worst position or the worst rates, and the people that don't need the money can walk in tomorrow and buy a car with 0% financing for 5 years, because they have so much that they're not going to not pay it, and it's more about having the sale.
Sharon and I have discussed this offline, and I talked, last few weeks, I have to invest in a new used SUV, because I mean, once you drive it off the lot, you lose 30% of value.
Oh yeah, I'm in the same boat as far as car issues right now. My wife's car, about 1.5 years we've had now, and it's in the garage today. It needs the turbo replaced. Ooh. $1,300. The car that I run around in has 222,000 miles. And it's good when it's driving, but if I have to stop, I have to reset the car, because it won't, the RPMs won't, and there's something, it's not worth putting no money into it. So, you can't make money if you don't have.
If you can't be out there sourcing, you can't make money, right? Well, you can source online. That was one of the things we're going to discuss later, but.
Yeah, I've done that too, but you still ultimately have to go pick the stuff up, and where I live in the country.
Mountains.
I have to go to UPS in the post office. We don't have, they don't deliver at my house and stuff like that. And,
oh, bro, you have to pick it up?
Yeah. I like it that way anyways, because, who wants stuff out on your porch or out at the road? That's or out
porch pirates. Have you ever seen that porch pirate video where he has the glitter bombs in there?
Yeah.
With the smelly spray on it? I love that video.
So, yeah, but if anyone's watching it, you could just check out GoDaddy. I think it's like $10, $11 a month, and you even get to pick your phone number.
What time is the show tonight, Pat?
On my show is another Tops artist that is worked with all major league sports. He's met Kobe Bryant in person, and that's going to be at 8:00. And
8 o'clock
tonight,
New Jersey Eastern.
Yeah, he's from Australia, so he's actually 10, 11 hours ahead of me. He just messaged me if it was LA time or New York time. And I said, no, it's New York time. But I've been networking with them because I actually have been an artist myself, where I developed a cartoon, and I've always wanted to do something with it. And years ago, like, it has 6,000 followers on Facebook and stuff like that. So it's constantly about networking and learning from other people. And, and that's part of, when you become an artist, you sell your stuff. and
Mhm.
you want people to pay you for your creativity and your work, and that's one of the reasons why I do those interviews to network and
Sure.
hopefully expand things that I do.
I used to see you on T and Donatella's channel. Are you still popping on some of the auction shows?
No, I only really did. I'm close friends with them, but I only did like tease like 4 or 5 times. I did Mr. Buys a lot on April Fool's Day because
Okay. April Fool's Day? Okay.
Yeah, well, because it was the first day of spring opening for MLB,
Right.
and I sold $1,000 worth of cards and sports
nice.
memorabilia, yeah, that day. And so again, I don't. It's hard. People don't realize when people go on those shows and they're looking for reseller lots, like I did the video with the Avon stuff. It's very hard to find stuff to sell. In other words,
Or you can make a little bit, and then there's some meat on the bone for the reseller.
It's
Absolutely.
hard because you have to buy a lot at the time. Like even the Avon stuff that I sold, I didn't make a whole lot of money on it because it cost me I sold Sharon $100 worth of Avon, and it cost me like $35 to ship, probably about $5 processing fee. I mean, I made $20. You know what I mean? But I got, sometimes you get so overwhelmed with so much that you can sell some of that off to other resellers, and then, otherwise you have 1,500 things to list, and you try to diversify and sell some of that stuff off.
Perfect example. I talk about, networking and making friends, even in the reselling business, network with other resellers. I told people I'm not crazy about selling women's jeans. Most of the women's jeans I have are out of style now. They're the boot cut and the straight leg, which is out of style. That's another thing I saw when I was doing my research today, that low-rise jeans are coming back. Why any woman would want to wear low-rise jeans, but apparently that they're coming back into fashions.
They'll be finished before too long.
I wish, there's actually a shortage of a lot of things coming in. There's stuff stuck at the ports.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing with the Suez Canal and everything. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's stuff that's going on with China. I wish fundamentally there was a campaign with some of these companies that would basically push, because let's face it, most of eBay is small business. So I wish there was a push for but then we have to do our part and make sure that when people are buying, that we are giving the same customer service level that you would get at a Target or a Walmart. Not that 2 weeks are going by and people are saying, "Hey, where's my stuff?"
Well, that's the other thing. There's still a drag with the U.S. Postal Service. I mean, there's still issues.
Yeah,
I mean, not as bad as it was, 3 months ago, but it's still not where it should be.
I noticed a couple of things. What did you have deleted there, Sharon? What did you type?
I put in the GoDaddy.com/smartline, and then I put in my website too.
Well, yours is approved. So what happens is Adam's got to change that in his settings, that it's not allowing, because it doesn't allow viewers to put in.
She's a moderator. She should be fine.
I'm a moderator.
No. But it's deleting it.
It deleted, and it also deleted my GoDaddy.com/smartline.
Yeah.
I put that in there, and it deleted that too.
Yeah, that's just something that
she's a moderator. I got something to go to settings, so she should be allowed. It's
never happened before, so it did too.
It's got to be a glitch with YouTube, because
exactly.
I have it approved. Moderators can post links.
Yeah, it's not ever happened before.
I'll have to do it after the show.
Okay, no worries.
This is still
she posted my link and it accepted it, but they wouldn't accept her. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took them both off. Two different links.
I should point out, Pat, like I said, moderators are supposed to be allowed to post links, so I don't understand why it's doing it.
Yeah. No, I just was bringing it up because it doesn't matter to me. Just that,
no, that's fine. It shouldn't be doing it. I mean, I didn't change any settings. So I don't understand why.
I personally don't use the Nightbot, so I don't realize exactly. Also, I'm not one that could speak. I mean, I know a little bit about it because Kimmy had it.
Nightbot is not. I mean, Sharon's been my moderator for what? At least 6 months, right, Sharon?
Oh yeah, at least.
It's never deleted a link before.
No, and I'm putting in Adam's links, and it's keeping those.
And how it knows my links, I have no idea, because I didn't tell what my links are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
okay.
That's
I got to get ready. I got about.
You take care, and again, Pat, I'll put your link in the chat, guys. So if you want to pop on after 8 o'clock, we'll probably be here right till about 8 o'clock, guys. We have a couple more topics.
Yeah, I'm hoping he didn't message me back, so I'm hoping he comes in on time. So he's from.
I'm going to post your link in the chat in 2 minutes.
Yeah, you might have to do that one, Adam.
I will.
Because I
But
can't.
hey, I do appreciate it, and
Yeah.
keep in touch, Adam. Let me know when you're doing that meetup.
Yes.
Be nice to meet up with you.
And you're, like I say, Pat, you're always welcome to join the show. I'm always looking for guests. So
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just a matter of scheduling or what's going on in
Right.
life, and and I'm busy. So
I'm sure you are.
yeah. And I mean, I don't mean financially busy, just busy with stuff.
Hustling. Yeah.
So.
It's a hustle. I know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
See
Have
ya.
have a great night.
Okay, I'm going to post that link in the chat in 1 second, guys. And Sharon, we're going to get back into our conversation. Let me just see here. Okay, and here is Mr. Pat's link. Okay. All right. So we were talking about networking. So we pretty much covered that, right?
I think we did.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about Facebook Marketplace?
I was going to do that, actually. I think when we talked last time, we talked about the things that sell. I do a lot of vintage, of course, and I got into Facebook Marketplace, like I said before, because I was looking for some place to sell the smaller items, that weren't selling on my other platforms. And then I found out that I love it, and it's going gangbusters. It's been going gangbusters ever since I started. I sell a lot of stoneware, of course, and a lot of signed pottery, any kind of pottery that, an artist has made and signed the bottom of it. I also sell anything with embroidery or applique or crochet, linens, doilies, pillowcases, things like that. So, and I just listed a whole tub full of that stuff that I got at an estate sale last week. One of the things that I also got there was all of these hankies. These are, this is a be on the lookout for the vintage, I guess, old lady hankies, the little, old ladies, and they used to have their little hankies, and
Right.
People collect these, and they're all different kinds. I mean, they're so cute and pretty. People use them for crafting. They collect them. They use them for home decor, things like that. So here's 30 of them. I just ran a little iron, over them to press them down. As soon as I listed them on Facebook Marketplace, I sold these for $50.
That's great.
And I think I paid $5 for all of these. So this is be on the lookout for that. Something else that I mentioned, doilies, that I listed today, and it sold within 5 minutes, are all of these doilies that are real cute that, somebody's grandma made. This one here, for example, if you see that hole, and don't pass these up, people. Where is there? See, that is different than this. Let me tell you what happens. Somebody bought this within a couple of minutes, a crafter person, somebody who does crafting. They'll probably take this piece and this piece and all the other little pieces and the big piece, and they'll put them on jean jackets. They'll put them on jean pants. They'll put them on pillows. They'll put them on quilting. They'll do all kinds of stuff with this. So I sold this. I think this went for $14. And don't pass it up, even though it's got issues, because look how perfect these are. These little separate pieces. I think I paid 50 cents for it.
Do you hand wash those somehow to clean them up, or how do you do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I throw
What
it.
do you use? A little liquid dish soap or what?
No, I just use Woolite. You can use that, or put it on a delicate cycle. But anything I get,
you'll actually put it in the washing machine.
I put it in the washing machine, absolutely, and then I dry it. Yeah, I don't want to pass on any germs or bed bugs, and I certainly don't need them here. So anything that I get, I do that with. But look how pretty this is. Don't pass things up, even if they've got holes or stains or anything. I sell it all because people craft with them. They don't just put them on, their coffee table or something.
Right.
So something else I got that's at that estate sale. The lady, apparently she was downsizing, and she was a sewer person. She did a lot of crafting, sewing, clothes and things like that. Well, look at this. She had a lot of old material.
Okay.
That is mid-century. Isn't that cool?
Very nice.
I mean, look at that. Well, I think I bought like 8 different, pieces, but they were all, different kinds of material. This stuff sells big time. What you do is, of course, you have to wash it and then measure it and figure out how many feet you have or how many yards or however you want to do it, and then sell it. I paid $1 for this, and I will probably list it for 20.
Okay.
Or maybe
Nice
25,
return.
depending
Nice
on how
return.
much I've got here.
Sure.
So again, there was this big tub. It's all listed. I think I sold, today I listed all of that. I think I sold, and I didn't list the fabric. I may have listed 60 pieces, and I think I've already sold half of that.
It's tremendous.
And it was that, I mean, that's probably $150 or $200 right there. And that's only one day, or like a half a day it took me to do that. So don't pass that stuff up. Something else I sold, these little nesting dolls.
Yep.
Yeah, there's I think a total of $7. This sold, I think, for $28, and I paid $1 at a yard sale. And I mean, this is in really good shape.
Hopefully things will
Not
start
even some.
opening up around here with the warmer weather for yard sales.
Mm-hmm. So this is really cute. And then what else? These do really well. Teakwood and Monkey Pod. This is Monkey Pod, and you can look on the back. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it doesn't say that, then it's probably teakwood. This stuff sells really fast. The plates, the bowls, these fancy kind of things. I've got some that have been really big and some that have been small. These are bolos. This sells really fast. And then any kind of tray. And I sell a lot of mid-century. I sell vintage, mid-century, retro, antique, that kind of stuff, but any kind of tray. And it doesn't have to be a metal tray. It can be a wood tray. It can be a peely paint, rusty tray. This actually has a little bit of rust on it. No, I don't know if you can see that, but I have 4 of them, and I've already got eyes on them, and I just listed them.
Tremendous.
Trays go fast. Even if they're ugly trays, they go fast. People still like ugly.
Well, I know unusual sells. I guess ugly sells too.
Excuse me.
Have a little sip.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to discuss, guys. Sourcing tools. For any of you newer sellers that are popping in the chat, probably going to be in the chat watching the replay. I want to come up with some tips. These are basically veteran reseller tools, tips for your newer sellers. I'm sure 99% of the people that are in the chat now are experienced sellers. But anyway, when you're out there sourcing, whether it be yard sales or garage sales or thrift shops, one thing you want to always kind of have is some kind of magnifying glass or a jeweler's loop. Jeweler's loops are nice. They're tiny. They fold up. If you're sourcing jewelry or even if you're looking for like markings on something like on that monkey wood or something, you can use your little jeweler's loop or your magnifying glass to kind of read, or you can read if something that says stamped sterling or 10 karat or whatever. A lot of times it's difficult, especially in the thrift shops. The lighting is not all that great. I know I've gone to windows. That's another pro tip when I'm sourcing clothing to see if there's any stains or tears or blemishes. Because the lighting, the overhead lighting is so bad, I always go in, like, before I buy anything, I always go into the window and get the natural light. And I still end up buying things that I shouldn't.
Right.
That's a help as well.
We all do.
Another thing that I use is a tactical flashlight. I've started taking that out with me. You don't have to buy it. This is an expensive one because I use it around my house. But it comes in a little pouch. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't want to blind you guys, but something you have in your pocket. So if you're at a yard sale and it's it's cloudy or something, you can light it up. You can light it up, to see what things
or you're
are.
digging in a box.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's another great tool to use when you're out there sourcing.
Always dig in the boxes.
Dig in the boxes as well, right? And then you can kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And then again, I don't do storage auctions, but again, these are great for storage auctions because it just lights up the whole unit. And unfortunately, Sharon, you're not as tall as me, but us taller people have an advantage. Philly Flipper Paul, I think he said he's 6'6". So he can get up there with his flashlight. He can see over everybody, use his flashlight to see what's behind the boxes. So again, pro tip, a little tactical flashlight. Okay, guys, couple more things. And I know your time is very valuable. And I said before, I value your time. Your time is the most valuable asset. Just want to remind you, if you haven't already, to hit the thumbs up. I wanted to thank Roberta from Roberta's Treasure. We talked about sourcing before. I try to support all these different, auctions. And again, your miles may vary on these different auctions. So please do your research, do your due diligence. Don't just get caught up in the excitement of bidding against somebody. Always have your bottom line that, we have to be to make, have some meat on the bone to make a profit as a reseller. But I wanted to thank Roberta because Roberta had won this. It's not doing a great job, but it's a turquoise. It's a little Aztec-y little sterling silver keychain. So I want to thank Roberta. It's Roberta's Treasures. Roberta and the jewelry nurse, Cindy, typically have sales every Saturday night and Sunday night. And I believe Cindy and Ro are going to be on another channel tonight as well. So again, guys, it's opportunities. If you're homebound or you're concerned about what's going on in the world, you don't want to go out sourcing. Opportunities again, but do your research. Have an eBay tab open, or have an Amazon tab open, or Mercari tab open. Do your research when you're buying these type of things. Okay, was there anything else, Sharon, that we missed in our discussion here that you wanted to discuss?
No, I was going to say one other thing I do buy a lot of are watches. If you go on Facebook Marketplace and you source, you can buy a bag of watches for just a few dollars. You'll have to buy your batteries. Of course, you can go to Amazon and buy batteries in bulk. You can buy maybe a card of batteries, for a few dollars, and there might be 12 batteries in there. And put the batteries in and make sure they work. I mean, for a couple of dollars, you can get a bag, and then you can turn this into $15 or $20. Some of them you can turn into more.
A lot of people, they don't want to deal with it. And what would you say?
Right here, I think is gold nugget, and it was included in that. And I'm like, whoa, I got to do my research on this. First thing I did today was make sure it works. And then once I know for 24 hours it's keeping time, I'm going to do some research on it and sell it.
Now, what would you say? Probably 85 to 90% you can open those watch packs without a tool?
Oh, yeah. I use a little tiny screwdriver.
Little tiny screwdriver.
Yeah.
But the vast majority you open them without having a special, watch. All
you have to do is go around the side of it with your screwdriver, and you can feel the notch. And when you feel it, you just pop it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I looked that up on YouTube, actually, to figure out how to do that.
It's the second largest search engine, Google being number one, and Google owns YouTube.
There you go.
Hey, buddy, Whiskey Buddy, thanks for joining us. You're a little late. I appreciate you being here, though. I always appreciate, I always enjoy having you on the show. If you can watch the replay, I'd appreciate it. A couple things real quick, guys. I talk about all the time that the main reason I do this is to help you guys be more successful and profitable resellers. I learned quite a bit as well. I come from a family of school teachers. My mother and my father were school teachers. My sister's a school teacher. So I enjoy doing this, but there is work involved. There's time involved, and there's money. I have to buy products, computers, cameras, et cetera, et cetera. So you can help me out. I have in my description below, I have PayPal, I have Buy Me Coffee, Cash App, et cetera. So if you're interested in thanking me for my efforts, I would be greatly appreciated. Again, I did ask you guys to hit the thumbs up before you leave. I put Sharon's website in the chat, so that'll be something that you can follow Sharon. She has some different tips and tricks and lists of things to help you guys with Facebook Marketplace, shipping, etc. She has her store items also listed on there. So anyway, guys, I hope to have another reseller on next Wednesday. I did want to thank Sharon, my friend, my moderator, and a friend of the channel for coming in and helping me out tonight. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. It's been
great.
Guys.
We'll see you next week. Have a great week, all.
Bye, all.